Happy 4th of July, everybody. Independence Day. It's your host, the Yankee Doodle Dandy himself. That's right. I'm a Yankee Doodle Dandy. I'm the Yankee Doodle Boy. Do not come at me with any of that anti-American nonsense on the timeline today, because you're going to hear it. Welcome back, Call to the Pen, on this wonderful day, wonderful day, where we should at least appreciate the fact, even if you're one of those complainers, that you're free to complain, where we're free to watch sports and drink beer and gamble on stuff. Thank goodness. So I think it's a Simpsons quote, right? I'll be celebrating this country by blowing up a piece of it. Later on, the kid's super excited. Don't worry, I'll be doing it safe, staying sober when I operate those fireworks. And then, not so much. Let's do it, everybody. Blitz episode today. We're just none of the usual, because they posted the strikeout leader. I got places to go. I didn't want to skip the show. But we do want to ask if you do like the 10:30 start time. There's other shows going on at 12. No one else is on at 10:30. And I wonder if this might work for more people. Get up in the comments. Let us know. We'll keep that, open. Let's just dive right into the action. I got to dump the flags, man. I was looking for it. I'll tell you, I absolutely love today. I'm in such a great mood, and I hope you are too. First up, again, we're focusing purely on the strikeout stuff. If bets that I have come to mind, we'll rock them. But that's it. We're looking at the FanDuel prop leaderboard. I also have a home run lotto parlay that I'm going to try to remember. If not, we'll do it at the very end. Again, today's just like a little bit wild. We're just going to go a little bit nuts. The Reds have Brett Kennedy on the bump. He hasn't thrown a pitch in the major leagues for 5 years, so he's out. On the other side is Patrick Corbin. I don't think the strikeout stuff is there. And the Reds have been a tough customer. They aren't really striking out or really chasing, except for Ellie De La Cruz. That guy never's not seen. He'd never been a pitch. He does not like. So I think we're leaving this one. Although, all kidding aside, I think I like the Nationals to win this one. And Corbin can kind of be up and down, but it feels kind of right. We love the Nationals. They let us down yesterday. Million base runners, and of course, they didn't get the team total. There's such as life in a big city. I think the Nationals get it done today. No one on the K side. That's what we're going to do. Next up, Baltimore, Kyle Gibson, Blackbirds, orange vest up against my New York Yankees. Clark Schmidt kind of been turning the corner. We know we're not getting any kind of strikeouts from Gibson. That's not what he's thinking. Clark Schmidt is going off at 50-1. We would like to keep our eye on those. Baltimore does have a 24.5% K rate, 11.5 swinging strike, 33 chase, 85 zone contact, right? That's our disciplinary portfolio profile for the team. Low batting average, sub 300 OBP. Right now, seems like a pretty good time. Maybe to get at the O's. Jay, let's basket Clark Schmidt. Again, one piece of sharp advice we'd like to give while we're playing this, people, is I like to play the K leader, the long odds. The reason being, if you're going to play the favorite, you need 10 strikeouts to win. You might as well just bet the all 10 strikeouts, because you would hate to bet the favorite, get the 10 strikeouts, have it not be the leader, and you go home empty pockets. So that would be a good cap and a bad play. Again, hopefully one feather in the cap at least will leave you today, although we're in ludicrous speed. Jay Bird, thank you so much, man. You're just the best. Okay, everybody. So at this Clark Schmidt, I also posted the Yankees to win. I think it was near standard VIG, minus 110. I know I also had the Mets and Yankees, but I know I have the Yankees for sure to win. You get an F5. I like the full game. Yankee bullpen has been very good. Again, I think they couldn't knock around Gibson. All the pitching to contact stuff, those are the guys that we're after. He doesn't strike out anybody, too many balls. So next up, Adam Wainwright, the old man on the bump for the Redbirds, plus 150 dogs on the road against the Jesus Lizard, Jesus Lazaro, my boy. Right, so if we're talking about K stuff, you got to be talking about the Jesus Lizard, 28% K to only 6% walk. That's a 22.5 K on his BB. That is awesome, yo. 14.5 swinging strike, 30 CSW, check. 31 whiff, check. A bunch of foul balls, not enough first strikes. That does kind of hurt the prospects for it, but we know he's got the good stuff. OPMG on the way to the game. What's up, man? Enjoy yourself. Have a fun, wonderful day. Capo status achieved. Man, in my neck, I'm kind of my neck of the woods, right? The grand scale it is, although it's a little far from my actual crib. We're looking at St. Louis, right? Sorry, I got sidetracked talking to my boy. Right, St. Louis, he's been kind of trashy. Jesus Lizard has been really good. One of the Cardinals strikeouts. Okay, this is an interesting one. The strikeout rate itself is low at 20%. The rest of the basket is not great. 12 swinging strike, 34 chase, 85 zone contact, though. They have a lot of quality hitters, and there really might be something to be said about that. They have a different approach with 2 strikes, maybe choke it up and the like. So, obviously, Jesus Luzardo is always going to be a pop to win. But again, at plus 550, I think you could do better with the plus 10K alt prop. If someone in the chat wants to look that one up, that'd be great. Also, I know the chat's a little bit thinner today. We do appreciate those of you that showed up, taking your time on this very special day to hang with us. Brian Elfring, what's up? Good morning. Happy July to you as well. Anyone in the chat didn't call out, sorry. I'm in hyperdrive mode. The second I hang up the microphone, we are out the door. Let's get it. Next up. So again, Luzardo, possible for the K prop. I don't want to hand wave him, but I'd rather go for a 9 or 10K ladder, right? Prop ladder, than play for the leader. I think the leaderboard should specifically be for, let's call, I don't know, 12 to 1, 15 to 1. If you're going to be playing with 5 or 6 plays, that way you're talking about 2 to 3 to 1 overall. Bang, feather in the cap. Next up, Dane Dunning, who's been excellent. I can't believe this, but I'm not buying. I don't care what anyone says. 2.7 ERA, 110 whip. All the indicators are at 5. Single digit K minus walk, single digit swing strike. I just can't believe it. Yeah, I don't know, man. He misses. I have that location metric. That's a center on the board. Oh, Brian Rose, forever. So it's right in line. Somebody kind of thought of that. Though, to be honest, if the 10Ks is the same as the daily leaderboard, you're, of course, better with the 10Ks. You're not going to win with 9, and 10 could lose. Also, I think you're better off kind of splitting the risk going down to 9 and kind of tuning the dial. So there we go. Brian, I appreciate you, man. I see you. Up against Chris Murphy and the Red Sox. Chris Murphy is an opener. He's got some K stuff, but you're not going to get the distance, right? You got to go all the way. After that, Zach Greinke and the Royals with cheese on the road against the Twinkies. And Kenta Maeda, obviously, you can't go with Greinke for strikeouts. The one play I saw here, I don't think we have F5 team totals. And I just remember when I saw it. Again, I run this stuff every day. If you're curious to any of the data we're dropping or the algo scores I refer to or the stats or anything like that, follow me on Twitter at John Laghezza on the Bird app any time of day, any day of the week. Of course, listen, I don't take days off. I'm going to take a couple of days off for the All-Star break, and I'll take days off in the wintertime. Honestly, when I wake up, I live for this, man. Jay wanted me to take them. I don't take them. We work every day around here. But we get it when we fit around here. You know what I'm saying? So check me out on Twitter. The pin tweet will take you to Sharpener. That Google Doc link is open. You can follow along. I really think it's impactful. Listen, this is not called the restaurant where the chefs eat for nothing. The people I work with use it just because it saves them time. I haven't figured out the magic code, but I am, with my experience, and I think I do a good job of formatting and stuff, allow you to sort it. You could just read everything, all the split stats and stuff like that. Why mine through 10 different Chrome tabs at once? I got your back. So, Greinke, you're not going to get it. The Twinkies, you could get it with Maeda. Let's pop over to the Kansas City strikeout bin. It's all blue. I format the way Savant does. Red is good. Blue is bad, like cold. 27% K as a team. Last 500 PAs for the Royals. 13.5 swing to strike. 36.5 chase. 83 zone contact. They have to be a candidate to be on the back end of this. Kenta Maeda at 20 to 1. He goes in the basket. It's going to be as simple as that, baby. That's how we're putting these things together. Jay, I know we are snip. I know Jay's doing that. I don't know where it comes from. I'd love to know. I don't know. You know that mountain man doing the smile thing? I know with Jay. We're going to get it. We are going to get it. We are circling the target, my dude. I'm telling you. Also, thank you, Jay. I see you, my friend, for keeping the basket together. That means a lot to me. I don't have to scroll. Dude, you are one of the best young producers in this game. I've worked with a bunch. So let's get with Maeda on that ticket. I think the Twins probably win it also, but the juice is so high, you probably get the run line. I hit the one yesterday because the Royals bullpen is so unforgivably bad. Next up, Kyle Freeland and the Rocks on the road in Houston against Bilac and the Astros. Bilac kind of falling apart. The scene with Freeland, just tons of blue. I mean, this one, just looking at it, is kind of screaming over. I want to pop over to the algo. Yeah, I've got, let's go over. If the total is still 9.5, let's go over. I'm a full run over. Again, I like to just quote my stuff. And like, God bless all the people that have their proprietary stuff. God bless them with his Stuff Plus and everything. I kind of have to see the underpinnings. I want to know what makes it tick, and if I can't figure out what makes it tick, I don't want to use it. Have to tip to my boy Salfino's into that as well. Keep it simple, stupid. It's fine. My algo, I put out all the stuff that makes it tick. So you could kind of read it and see it and score it on your own. I know there's a lot of people that have had success doing just that. Jay's got an 0-9 on the board. Holla if you hear me. I'm so far over this 9 that, again, I almost had to pack up my lunchbox and go home the other day. I don't like I don't know, man. I've been a little squeamish. It is what it is. I've been avoiding day games. If you lose them early, it make me sick. I had the largest disparity from the line all year. I mean, I was nearly 2 runs over on an F5 line. So you got to smash it. And that was the Houston-Texas game. There's a 15 runs scored in the first 5. It's ridiculous. So sometimes you got to back this stuff. The machines sometimes see things that we don't. I'm way, way over on this one. Way, way over. And I'm way over a 9 for sure. I didn't post this for my subs. I'm going to. And again, if you shouldn't be telling anybody. But if you want to kind of see what I think, I've been putting together the tickets. Make sure you're checking out our boy Matty Williams as well, Frankie Amarante. Everybody would bring on the show, man. I like to elevate everybody. I'm not the only person doing this. In fact, I take more pride in my game analysis in the show and the way I present my data, and hopefully make it digestible than picks and records like those things. Listen, they're great. We all want to win. I'm not making excuses, but whatever. You know what I mean? If I tremendous years, I had not. And when you hash out the minutia of it, you find a lot of times your tremendous years opposed to the bad ones just have to do with how you did in like 1-run games. So again, we're usually not as good as we think we are when we're winning, and not as bad as we think we are when we're losing. So let's go over Colorado and Houston, mix it up a little bit. I was looking at the Bilac stuff because Colorado strikes out a ton. I don't know if he's got it, though. I think he does have a big, if I'm not mistaken, I think he does have one really big strikeout game this year. And, Bilac's going to be all the way at the back. He's at 55-1. Man, I don't know. Game log says he had 3, 4, 2, 6. He had one big one against Oakland, whatever. He struck out 9 in 5 innings, and I think that was the thing that I was looking at. OPMG, I hear you. We're going to get there, my friend. Again, we appreciate you, Brian, and Brian, and OPMG, and everybody that kind of, Jeff L., I see you, kind of making time for us when we switch around a schedule. We know it's not easy. We know today's kind of a rough day, so you guys are the best, man. It means the world to us. But again, if the earlier time is better, we could do that. Also, give us a little more time afterwards to kind of circle back. Anyway, next up, let's go Mets. Go Kodai Senga on a bump, -115. Dogs on the road against the Diamondbacks. Snakes with shapes on their back. I know Maddie is looking for a ton of offense from the Mets. I kind of have them up around 5, so I agree. I have them over 3 runs through 5. So the Arizona bullpen must be pitching well. So I'd have the Mets with him. I'm with that also. I know he's got some SGPs and stuff like that. If you're into that, you want the more robust, take a go for it. Of course, after we're done here, right? So Kodai Senga, it's a mixed bag. But the strikeout stuff is certainly there. 28.5 K, 12 swinging strike, 29 CSW. So the problem, though, is the control. When it's bad, it's really bad, right? He walks a ton of batters, throws a ton of balls, so he gets a ton of whiffs. Doesn't get a lot of fouls, doesn't hit the center plate. It's very unusual. Because of all the changes he's going through coming from overseas, I almost want to cut him some slack. I got 8 strikeouts in 2 of the last 3, and then there's a 9, and there's a 12 in there. So he does have a win. Talking about Kodai Senga, I'm kind of flipping through the board here. Sorry, forgive me. I lost him. All right, he's at 20-1. Sorry, FanDuel reset my page. 20-1. I don't think the Diamondbacks are going to be good to pick on. 22.5 K, 9% walk, 10 swinging strike, 30 chase rate. They're like a top 3 or top 4 disciplinary team. That's kind of a tough sell. So I think I'm going to skip this one. Though Senga, I guess, should always be in consideration. Maybe we should basket him, Jay, right? It doesn't hurt to basket him at 20-1, though I think I want to bubble him because I don't think the Diamondbacks are easy to K. Next up, it's Nola and Eflin. Nola's had the K stuff going too, 12 swinging strike, 30 CSW, 64 first strike, 34 O-swing, just shy of the bully metric. Flip side, Zach Eflin as well. This one should be a good one. 26 K, only 4 walk. 30 CSW also, 32 ball, 65 first strike. Checking a lot of boxes, of course, at disciplinary baskets here. Both of these pitchers have the goods to win this one, right? And that's kind of what we're just looking for. Who's got the profile? Right now, Philadelphia's been extremely hard to K. OPMG, this stuff should not knock you if you play. I'm just giving you what I got, right? The goods. Philadelphia, we've seen them change, right? That was why you heard me talking about that offense taking a step up. Top 5 in K rate, top 5 swinging strike. That might be number 1 in zone contact right now. So Phillies 89% zone contact as a team, number 1 in the big leagues, last 500 plate appearances. Tampa Bay can't say the same. The strikeout rate is low, but everything else is not. That's why hopefully you come in here a bit more nuanced. 13.5 swinging strike, 34 chase, 83 zone contact. That's bottom 5 across the board for the Tampa Bay, maybe bottom 7, let's call it. That offense is really not doing very well. They're kind of in the tank. Right now, the batting average has been there. They've been surviving on kind of Babbitt. They're not really hitting the ball hard. Again, this part of stuff's not great. Aronola probably, at the top of the board, he is at 5.5. So I'd probably leave it, although maybe his standard. What's his standard K prop, Jay? I'll take a look at that, right? If we're going to be focusing on this stuff, we're doing pretty good with time. Blazing through it, baby. Although, man, it's coming up sooner than we think. Is it like 3.5, 4.5? Of course, 4.5 juice to 200. Forget, I just can't. I don't like really single K props. I need like plus money, and then they're really difficult. Then you get frustrated. Anyway, next up, pretty much a skip on the strikeout board. It's Hendricks for the Cubs, Kyle Hendricks, and Wade Guy Miley for the Brew Crew. There's no strikeouts here at all. Neither pitcher has a K rate above 15. Neither pitcher has a double-digit K minus walk. Neither pitcher has a swinging strike above 7.5, nor a whiff rate above 17.5. So you could just skip this one. As far as it goes, these divisional games in the Central have been kind of hard, right? That division's being played out. Those are almost like playoff games already. Kind of interesting. Next up, Logan Gilbert minus 105 slight fade on the road against Keaton Wynn and the Giants, who I don't know anything about him. I think he's an opener. I don't want to bury the lead. Jay, I posted Seattle F5. It was right near even money, or the standard VIG, meaning minus 105, minus 110. And I just think we're outclassing them here. Gilbert's been excellent. I mean, 25K to only 5 walk. 11 swinging strike a bit low, but the 25 whiff is good. 34 O swing, 85 zone contact. The stuff is there for him to take this one down. Giants, let's check out the offense. Last 500, 27.5K, 14 swinging strike, 82 zone contact. That might be the worst. That might be bottom. It's real blue. It's real blue around here. Logan Gilbert at 17-1. I prefer him over Senga. So let's put Gilbert in the bubble and knock out Senga, Jay. Let's do that. That way I won't make it too difficult of too many choices. Next up, the A's and JP Sears on the road in Detroit against Tariq Skubal. Both these pitchers do actually have some K stuff. Sears gets LOL'd because he's an A. 18% K minus BB, 11.5 swinging strike, 25 whiff, 64 first strike, 36 O swing. Really not bad. The zone contact very low, 82.5. He wins in the zone. Detroit, though, very good against lefties. We've been backing him against lefties, so I think I'd leave Sears off on this one. Flip side, Skubal has looked really good. But if you follow our work, we generally go after a guy. Like I look to attack guys coming off the IL and stuff. They're very hard to back. Right now, Skubal's only 20-1. I don't know if he's going to get the workload to get there. This one is the fade that might hurt us to remember, just because Oakland sucks, 217 BA. They're not striking out. That's a 21. They're taking walks. They're not chasing. They're getting the ball in the zone. They're not hitting it hard, but they're making tons of contact, which again spoils strikeout stuff. So remember not to just associate sucking with striking out. A lot of times they are the same, but just not always. So I would like Skubal normally. Just not today. I don't think he's going to get the workload. Next up, Shohei Ohtani is going to be a favorite. Joe Musgrove going to be near the favorites as well. If not, I wouldn't be surprised if they double chalk. Actually, it's Ohtani, Luzardo, Nola, and then Musgrove. Musgrove down at 13. His strikeout stuff has not been great. 22K. 11 swinging strike, 27 CSW, a bit low for Musgrove. Ohtani, no wonder he's the leader, 33K, 23K minus BB, 31 CSW, that's big, 32 whiff. He's been excellent, 82 zone contact. So we know Ohtani. Ohtani's it's just unbelievable. You know what I mean? Insight. Yes. What's up, man? Welcome aboard. Happy 4th. I mean, whatever. It's like a heavy fever thing. You're going to look back and say Ohtani's the greatest baseball player. Like on our deathbeds saying Ohtani was the greatest baseball player ever lived. It's just unbelievable, right? He's the best hitter and the best pitcher at the same time in the most specialized era of the most specialized game. It's absolutely nuts. Anyway, this one is the game to watch. Man, I kind of like the A's through 5. Jay, what's the F5 run line look like? I like the A's through 5. I know they don't have Trout. And I guess the Padres are heating up. But if we get a good price, I just think Ohtani is better than Musgrove. And anytime you get a plus money on Ohtani, maybe the value just might be the half. It's okay. We can skip it. Next up, this is the sneaky one. Everyone get your pens and papers ready. It's Colby Allard and the Braves on the road against the Guardians. And the old man, Sheen, Beaver, Fever, driving all the young women wild. Fever, 3.5 ERA, 1 indicators up above 4. The K stuff really not impressive. The CSW is there. He locks up people with the off-speed stuff. It's ahead, but 89. So if you're going to pitch to the Braves, you're going to have more time striking them out. Even though they do like swing and miss a ton, the damage they do knocks pitchers out, I feel like. They're just hard. It's okay, Jay. The Braves are just hard to go up against. What we want to look at here, and again, this is the Hail Mary of Hail Marys. But we got to take a look at Allard because he looked excellent. He went 4 2/3. He threw 71. They've talked about stretching him out. I think we're going to get 85 to 90. The Guardians, not the biggest strikeout team, but Allard flashed ridiculous K stuff. I mean, just ridiculous K stuff to be somebody that's at 150 to 1. So, yes, it's likely a flash in the pan. No, it's probably not real, though. Yes, I probably would take a stab on him in fantasy just in case. Brian Rose dropping plus EV dimes. They call that a tease. If you want to see it, audio-only listeners, please jump on over to YouTube, press the like button, press the bell, whatever cartoon it pictures are there, because it matters more than it should. Anyway, let's look at Allard. Like I said, it was only 4 2/3, but it was off the walls, man. 44% K rate, 39 K minus BB, 17 swinging strike, only 26% ball. So it wasn't just like waving everywhere. 38 whiff rate, 83 first strike. I mean, 45 O swing. Again, right? It's a smaller sample. But he dominated the Twins. Like they didn't, they just didn't see it coming. So, no runs, 1 walk, 8 Ks for Allard. Cubby Noel, what's up, man? Happy 4th to you, my friend. Good to see you. If you jump on board, we're looking at the FanDuel K leaders, daily K leaders, and I was looking to buy some hopium on Colby Allard, who's going off at 150 to 1. And, man, you drop 5 balls on that guy. He comes through for us. You have a pretty good holiday today. So give me Allard. He's my long shot pick. Next up, it's a Bassett Hound. Chris Bassett on the bump, minus 125. Fade on the road against the Pale Hose, Paisan, Luke, Giolito, and the White Sockums. Bassett, what an up and down season for this guy, man. Me and Jay are, besides the fact we're becoming close friends now, I've been betting on the Blue Jays. I'm like a good team with good pitchers. And when I bet on the Blue Jays, just get away from them. Bassett had been that guy, right? Because he's been up and down, we had found what we thought were good spots. We actually bet on Bassett gems and losing games. So, again, you can't get married to outputs. The idea is the Bassett roller coaster. Last time he dominated San Francisco, 12 Ks through 6. Before that, 4 Ks and 2 through 2 at Texas, but that's a tough one. He struck out 8 Mets. He struck out 8 Braves. Another 2 or 3 sevens on the ledger. Stuart Durst, what's up? Good morning. Welcome aboard. Thanks for coming, man. Inside, I see you. So, man, Bassett's kind of hard to read. But I believe Jay brought him up before the show as a value. Jay, credit where it's due, 45 to 1. You got to put Bassett in the bucket, man. If a guy has a 12K ceiling, the White Sox, yes, the Ks are not really their last 500 PAs. I get it, but that's why we look at the underpinning stuff. 12 swinging strike, 33 chase, 85 zone contact. That's not great. And on the season, bottom 3 in chase rate. That's the White Sox. Bottom 3 chase rate the entire year. I don't know. You got to work the odds into it. Right now, that bucket looking really, really strong. Jay, do not forget Allard, brother. All right, let's wrap it up. Then we'll get out of here. Maybe have a quick message on freedom. Hot dogs, beer bellies, and such. All right, next up it's Luis Ortiz and the Pittsburgh Pirates. This guy's getting some love for the fantasy community. I'm not buying it. 4.11 ERA, but, big shaking butt, like garden hose, Little Wayne butt, soapy water butt. 165 whip, 832 OPS. His expected ERA is almost 7. His Sierra is about 5.5. He has a 2.6 K minus BB, 38% ball. I mean, this is really bad profile underneath. You pop the hood, it's jalopy status. 12% barrel, 406 expected ball on contact. Get away from Ortiz. Emmett Sheen's been awesome, really bright young prospect. I think sky's the limit for this kid. I don't even think we've seen where he's got the. I don't want to think about basing this on like ERA and stuff, which he's been great. The underpinning stuff for Sheen hasn't been great, but I think it will be. Again, you got to give room for trajectory. Pittsburgh office disgusting right now. 74 WRC plus last 500. Dodgers have been awesome, no matter who gets hurt or who they seem to play. I like the Dodgers run line, of course, but it's really a parlay play. So that'll do it, everybody, right? Oh, wait, right, because I don't think Sheen, I don't think it'll be there. I'm sorry for Sheen, although, man, this guy was carrying some, like, legit strikeout stuff to the minors, if I'm not incorrect. And, I shouldn't have my mistake. Look, I take my L's, and I hand-waved him, and I shouldn't have. Although at 21-1, I will hand. I'm okay. I'm being off it. So let's go over right now. We have perfect. We have 5 players. Okay, here, check out the math. We have 5 players. The minimum is 20-1. So you're going to split your risk. Let's call it $5. You put $1 on each of them. If it hits, it's a 4-1 hit minimum. Meaning, if you bet this and Maeda hits, it's a 4-1 hit. But you get the whole basket. If Allard hits, you're the man. So let's go with the basket. It's Maeda, it's Clark Schmidt, Logan Gilbert, the Bassett Hounds, Chris Bassett, and Kobe, the Allard. Well, I've been hearing Allard. I don't know if it's Allard. I think it was Allard. I listen to a lot of broadcasters, like a junkie with the phone app. I go back and forth to broadcast watching my critical at bats, so I make sure I get full max stress levels. So that'll do it, everybody. For us at Call to the Pen, very special 4th of July episode with the big man. And Jay, we really do appreciate you. Good luck today with the K leaders. For everybody that kind of stuck along, means a lot to us. Really does, because you don't have to. Today's a tougher day. And then, we have a couple plays also, right? We're big time over in the Houston game, full game. And I have Seattle F5 as well. Before we go, Stuart Durst want to know, how early is an acceptable time to start drinking on the 4th? This is a very easy answer. The second you're done driving for the day. It doesn't matter what time it is. There's no time of day. You can see. I prefer to space it out, so I'm like really, and that's not bad like behavior. I'm great at holding it, but I'm a little too good at drinking. I'm a little too good at drinking the liquor. So like I've been known, like I could drink a 750 throughout a day. So like I could drink a 750 of 90 proof of whiskey throughout an entire day. So like you don't really want to do that. So I try and wait in space. I try and do black coffee with ice water up until like a noon or 1 then if I hit the heat, you go like kind of cold beer type of thing. I've been digging these high noons, and I'll mix high noons also key to drinking, everybody out there. Here's a sharp tip. The reason why those things are so great is because you're getting your water intake while you're boozing. So like they use seltzer, seltzer and vodka, not this weird malted crapola. So you're actually hydrating while you drink high noons, and it keeps you going. So you got to be careful. That's another one too. I could do like a bottle of whiskey and like 12 or 15 of those things for a day. I'm the man, yo. I love it. But again, as long as you're not drinking, it's all good. Enjoying this day, Brian. You too, man. See you all. That's it. We're out of here. I guess that's it. Yankee Doodle Dandy. Let us know in the comments if you like the 10:30 start. Remember, the K leader closes in 5 minutes, Jay. Great pick on that. I'm just kind of talking my way through the rest of it. And I guess that's it. I guess we get out of here. We'll be back tomorrow at noon for the time being. I kind of like the early time. Again, I think it's more of an open space, and we get to keep the show on the vine a little bit longer. It's an extra hour and a half for other people to catch it. So smash the like button, smash the bell, smash that American flag, smash those hot dogs, smash those beers, smash the whiskeys, and just don't drive after you do it. And really be careful with fireworks, for real. Seriously. For real. I almost had one of these. And if Jay says, if you're in Canada, you won't have Howard available, but you can't hit his key ladder. Why would he be available? He's not on the list. That's odd. Anyway, I always had a bad firework experience. You know, I'm the type, I don't just let my kids use fireworks, but I show them. I do it as I show them. And it was just sparklers, right? One-on-one stuff. I don't want to think I'm going nuts here. And maybe they were old and the thing lit and it started to shoot and then it stopped. And my little guy wanted to like wave it and look at it. And that's, you know, the lesson was always no. When they're dead, you step on them, you get another one. So everyone just be safe out there because today can be dangerous as much fun as it is, especially when you start mixing booze and explosives. So from the big man, enjoy the games, enjoy your day. When we're done with the book, enjoy that pay. Back-to-back World War champions. 1776, yo. Remember, when you work this hard, it feels a lot less like luck, man. From John and John, John and Jay, I mean, we love you so much. Check you soon. Peace.